Hello, I'm Howard Gary Shannon. Welcome to the American Road Trips, visiting the American story. There are towns out there that have a deep historical side to them and also operate as a modern town at the same time. San Dimas, California is one of those towns. One thing that made this town what it is today was the railroad. We are going to visit the Santa Fe Depot Pacific Railroad Museum. We are going to learn how the railroad and museum came to life.
I believe the Santa Fe Railway came into Los Angeles, I believe, in 1887. They came through here, and then in 1889, the Santa Fe constructed a station at the same site, and it was a wooden building. And the tracks are still there. There's still Santa Fe still maintains this, and of course now the GO line or the A train is coming to San Dimas. This area became, like in the early 1900s, it became a big citrus growing lemon capital, you might say, of Southern California. And you needed a railroad to ship all this stuff out. That's why there was a packing house. There was actually several packing houses. And anyway, they had a packing house just on the other side of the tracks, which caught on fire in 1933. And one of the embers ended up on the roof of the original station and pretty much destroyed it. And so a year later, Santa Fe constructed what's here now. And it was constructed in 1934. They did operate passenger service. Santa Fe operated the San Bernardino local between Union Station and San Bernardino that would make all the stops. Arcadia, Monrovia, Pasadena. But this line here is still Santa Fe, and this used to be the main line between Chicago and Los Angeles. But the railroad was really, it made this little town what it is, in my opinion. It really was started by a bunch of guys in their late teens and early 20s that were rail buffs, wanted to save what was being discarded, keep it from being scrapped. And they had a group of rail fans called Railroad Boosters, and they used to charter fan trips on the Pacific Electric back, in the late 1930s and stuff. And the Railroad Boosters was really the forerunner of what then became the Pacific Railroad Society. And the LA Railway had a couple of funeral cars. They purchased the car, and then they brought it up to the Cajon Pass at the Summit Station, where they had an actual, they made it like a club car, and it was a really good spot for observing, the Cajon Pass, for watching trains coming by and stuff like that. So that was kind of like the early days.
Inside the museum, you will find what was a working train station. You will see a bench for waiting passengers, a timetable, and also a place to buy a ticket. Here you can also see pictures that tell the story of when the original building was burned down by an amber from a packing house and then was rebuilt in 1934. You can also see signs of the packing houses that were here in the area. Upstairs, you will find a library full of great books for those who have projects that require such research. Here too, you will see great train antiques, more train history, and classic model trains based on real trains. For example, this wonderful piece of art came off an actual train, the El Capitan.
They wanted to save it. Yeah, we all kind of, I'm obviously much later, these guys were, started operating before I was born. But they really wanted to, they hated to see the Pacific Electric go.
I'm Howard Gary Shannon, and thanks for watching. If you would like more information on this program, please see our website, AmericanRoadTripTVShow.com.